Brightest blessings, everyone. Psychic medium Elizabeth Grove, the Paranormal Priestess. Welcome to the Paranormal Priestess YouTube channel. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for subscribing. And if you have not subscribed to the channel, please do. I would love to have you join this family. And if I am new to you, my name is Elizabeth. I am a divine channeler, psychic medium, of course, light language practitioner, spirit extractor specialist, truly here as a guide for those who are on the ascension journey and also on the magical path. So I am here to support you with whatever you need to transform into your best version. Today's messages are going to be covering the magical month of September, and boy, is it a powerful one. This one really, whoo! Now, I know the energies have picked up since the Lion's Gate, and of course, I'm sure you have been feeling it if you've been following this channel. We have been going through so much in terms of being purified. The solar energies have been through the roof. Wow, the solar storms, the solar flares. Wow, the Lion's Gate, it has been off the charts. So the collective is really getting there in terms of really aligning with the light. And September is going to be one of those transformational months that is really going to knock your socks off. So let's get into this because there's a lot to cover here. Let's talk about the body first, and I'm gonna just try to give you just a couple of pointers here, but of course you have to listen to your intuition, listen to your higher self. If you're working with a holistic practitioner, please work with them to see what's best. But we are definitely at a time where we need to pay attention to the body. I've mentioned this in the previous video, and it's definitely true that we are preparing the physical body for ascension. We are preparing this body to take on more light. And in order for us to take on more light, we definitely have to have a healthier vessel. So things are becoming a lot more grounded. If you haven't noticed, or probably a lot of you have, and we have been doing so much of that spiritual work, which is of course very, very helpful, but we have to pay attention to the body and not ignore the body, because remember, it's everything, and we are going to be anchors for the light. So purification, the sun is already purifying us and really detoxing us galore. But there are ways that you can support these processes. And if you're finding that the sun is just way too much and it's really detoxing you too much, you can always ask your higher self to please slow down the light a little bit, slow down the pace and the rate of it, or you might need to slow down what you're doing at the physical level if you're going hard into detox. I know for a lot of starseeds, they tend to have physical issues, and there's definitely a reason for that, and it's because the density of the planet, right? And it's just very difficult to live in this type of density when you're an advanced soul. So many of us have come here to transform the density, even at the collective level, the world level. A lot of people don't know that they are karmic transmuters. And a lot of the pain body is also coming through as physical symptoms. So it's not only past lives, it's not only that it's from, ancestral stuff, but it's also at the collective level. But what can we do to support the physical body? Well, of course, drinking a lot of water is always going to help. So if you're not drinking a lot of water, or you have been drinking water, drink more, because it's really going to help the cellular system. It's going to help to cleanse things out. So that's something simple that you can do. We've talked about in the previous video, really listening to the body. Not enough people take the time to do that. What is the body trying to tell you? What is it? Maybe you're missing the real root cause of what's happening with the physical body, right? Maybe you're ignoring what the messages really are. Maybe you're overextending yourselves. Maybe things are out of balance. We're going to talk about balance soon. But the body has its own consciousness, and we want to pay attention definitely to that. So in terms of detox, I found there are a few things that help me. Check with your doctor, check with your practitioner, check with your higher self. What works for me may not work for you. But there are some things that are, actually many things I should say, in the plant world that can be very, very useful to help to heal. One of those herbs that I love to work with is cat's claw. Cat's claw is fantastic. Okay, these are ancient remedies, ancient healing, great for clearing out pathogens, very powerful in that way, helps to stimulate the immune system. I love lemon balm, very feminine herb, helps to nurture you with that feminine energy, but it's also great to support the nervous system, keep you calm. If you're going through anxiety, if you're frazzled, lemon balm is fantastic to bring in, but it's great to also clear out viruses, those pathogens, and it's a gentle type of cleanse. I also really love pine needle. People don't talk about pine needle enough, but talking about trees as well, just from a druid standpoint, I really, of course, love trees. I love trees. I have been a druid in another lifetime. I still consider myself a druid. I'm a witch. I consider myself a witch, but I'm a divine magical person. We'll just say divine magical being. And the druidry has definitely been a part of my incarnations, and the trees are fantastic. So when we talk about barks, they really help to ground us, really connect us. I love maritime bark. French maritime has a beautiful, beautiful property. It has the ability to really support the cellular system, cleanse us, rejuvenate the cells, and really help the immune system. Red pine, I really feel so powerful when it comes to supporting the cellular system as well. It clears out viruses, it clears out all these different toxins that we take on in everyday life, just living in a dense planet, that's very toxic things being used, and toxic food, toxic water, and it really helps to draw those things out and help the immune system. So red pine, French maritime, other things that could be used, dandelion is another one of my favorites. Dandelion is fantastic. It's connected to the goddess Hecate, in case anyone is on that path, a magical path, working with Hecate, wonderful one for Hecate. But dandelion has a wonderful medicinal property of really stimulating the liver, helping to cleanse the liver, assist the liver, helps. It's great for after you're eating a meal, and bringing in dandelion, great for digestion. So I also find that it's just, of course, very, very grounding and keeps you very present. So that's another wonderful one. There's also different flower Bach remedies that you might find useful, but those are, I want to mention one last one, which I was pretty surprised about, is CBD. Pure CBD, organic CBD, cannabinoids, I hope I'm saying that right. It's really so powerful in terms of keeping you calm and being an anti-inflammatory, but I also found it's a fantastic antibiotic, really powerful antibiotic. So if you are struggling, if you haven't tried any of these, such as the CBD or the red pine or cat's called lemon balm, you might want to give those a shot to help you detox. So pay attention. Anything that you can do to assist the body, whether it's stretching and doing yoga or doing some light strength training, getting your body stronger, getting out in nature and rejuvenating, this is going to be very important. So just use your intuition and really connect to what your body needs, because the body's always changing, right? And healing is never linear. So just pay attention to that and know that you are really purifying. And if you're having a hard time and you're feeling like you're taking 3 steps back with your health, no worries. Healing is difficult in that way, where sometimes we have to go back in order to go forward. So just really stay very, very present with yourself and what you're going through right now. All right, so that's with health. Now, in terms of the spiritual energies, we are having a lunar eclipse come up. Yes, eclipse season is here. So that's going to be on September 17th. This is going to be in the month of Pisces, a very watery sign, very mysterious sign, very dreamy sign. And the messages that I was challenging, no, we're not challenging, or maybe it will be a challenge, but the messages I've been channeling are truly about bridging the realities. It's about bridging the mind and heart. It's mindfulness and greater realization of self. And we are going to be having this very shamanic experience in September, I must say, of going within and really connecting to not only our divine selves, our higher minds, but connecting to source and connecting to the angelic kingdom and the different dimensional realities, and really receiving insights, receiving intuitive guidance, aha moments and wisdom coming in, a lot of introspection happening in September. I tend to think of Merlin mode, as I call it, or hermit mode, hermit, the card in the tarot. And it's really going to be a time for you to really connect spiritually. That's how I'm certainly getting this. I'm received that puzzle pieces and answers are going to be coming in. So if you've been questioning your path, questioning if something is right for you or isn't right for you, or someone is right for you or maybe isn't right for you, or if you've been in that confusion and that illusion, it's going to be very, very helpful for you to really connect in, because it's going to be so easily done this September. And I really received that you're going to be having a lot of information that's been hidden, things that have been hidden, the mysterious, what's been veiled to you will be becoming unveiled. And I got the symbol of the animal, actually, of the white owl popped into my head. And the white owl, of course, is a messenger from the divine, and of course brings that intuitive wisdom, that divine experience, divine messages. So what you have wanted to know that perhaps you've been really confused about, you are going to be receiving a lot of information. So just stay really, really open to that, okay? You're going to be opening up and tuning into those higher realms, to those higher frequencies. They told me, quote unquote, time to behold what has been masked. So there it is. Some things that will be coming up will be what's been holding you back, what are your blockages, what are your real fears, what have you been really just rejecting? Are there parts of yourselves that you've been rejecting? Whatever it is that has been blocking your way forward, you are going to be tuning in and having a lot of these answers come to you and having a lot of these epiphanies. So just stay, I know I say this frequently, but stay as open as you can to being flexible and to receiving, because again, it's going to be a very, very ethereal time, a very spiritual time, and you're going to really uncover a lot. You're going to learn a lot in September. Another thing that comes up that I've channeled is higher purpose, and you're going to have a lot of answers come in this September about why you're here. So it's those big profound questions: who you are, why you're here, your gifts, your abilities. And you're going to have a lot of these different impressions come in. So whether it's visual impressions or audible impressions or empathic impressions, pay attention and write some things down if you need to. Journaling helps a lot. So if you haven't journaled, I definitely recommend journaling, or at least write some things down, because some things may make sense later on to you. And again, you're going to be getting these really big insights, and you're going to be understanding more about your creative potential. You really are. The thought process here for September is, what is my potential? What is my potential? What do I have the potential to become? What is my real path? What is my real purpose? What are my real skills? What can I cultivate? What can I build on? What can I expand? What have I put on the back burner that I haven't started? And don't be surprised if you have a lot of ideas come in. The imagination, Pisces, right? Watery and dreamy and spiritual. And so these answers, they are going to be real, and try your best to trust them because it's real guidance. Okay, you're going to be inspired this September. I also got come to the center, quote unquote. So we have the equinoxes coming up, right, on the 22nd. And the equinoxes are always transitional energies, and it's about balance, right? So we have the northern and we have the southern hemispheres, and they're experiencing it differently. But still, it's always about that transition, that change, and really bringing in balance. So where in your life have you been out of balance? What has been maybe too extreme? Where can you balance your yin and yang energy, your feminine and masculine energy? Where have your focuses on the inner and outer world? How has that been imbalanced? Your receptive and projective energies. And we're never going to be perfect at balance, remember that. So we're just striving to really be within the flow. And September is going to help you to become more in the flow. And it is going to be a time of restoration, of rest. I get that. A period of giving thanks. Here in the Northern Hemisphere, it's Mabon. And that is a time of Thanksgiving. And we're going to be heading into winter here. In the other hemisphere, it's heading into summer. And it's that period of rest that's coming in, of reflection, of observance, of centering, taking stock as to what your journey has been thus far, and receiving what is going to assist you with moving forward to have a brighter future. But giving thanks, gratitude, of course, is always going to open doors. And everything that's happened on your path, no matter how difficult, has happened for a reason. So knowing that. We are coming to this point where it's getting a lot easier to come into balance, to really work with the flow. And this is really exciting because we have transformed so much of the density. We are recognizing what it is that we need. We're recognizing how to flip the script. We're recognizing, oh, okay, this is what served me, this is what's not. And we're making those changes a lot quicker. We're coming through a lot of that dropout or falling out of alignment. We're getting through that and coming into alignment a lot faster. I know that I've been noticing that, and I'm sure you have too. And this is, of course, a testament of all the amazing work that you've been doing. The plant medicine. Okay, so getting into a little bit more of the shamanic zone here with the message. The plant medicine that I got for September is coca. Okay, and coca is a very important shamanic plant. It is very sacred to the people of South America. There's a particular region, lake, I hope I'm saying this right, Lake Titicaca. I think it's a Titicaca region of South America. And the Incan goddess Chaska was linked to Venus. So this is a plant that's linked to Venus, but it's also linked to Uranus as well. But in terms of Venus, this Incan goddess has been depicted of actually holding sprigs of coca in her hand. And this is representing the fruitfulness of love. Okay, so there's that Venusian connection there. And the places where this plant was grown, it was actually considered very sacred. It was a sanctuary, and it's where people worshipped the gods. So this was a very, very important shamanic plant. And it's one that's perfect for now because it's really a plant that the shamans worked with to connect with the other worlds, which is what's coming up for September. Really connecting to the divine, asking permission from the beings of the cardinal directions. It's connected to Uranus, and so it holds this great nature of electricity. And it really stimulates the nervous system. It pulsates through you. And it gives you that extrasensory perception. So really helpful there. It really stimulates the imagination as well. And it helps us to surrender to being spontaneous. And that's what I love about that. And some people have a little trouble being spontaneous. And it just really gets us to enjoy the present moment. So those are just some things there about that herb. And the animal that's connected to it is the jaguar. And the jaguar is a fantastic, very powerful animal that the shamans used. Helps with foresight, clarity, perception. It really shows the power that's available to you right now. And you have that power right now. And it helps you to stay true to your integrity. When it's really difficult and you're challenged with staying in your integrity, the jaguar helps you to do that. All right, it helps us to cultivate our natural gifts. Remember, we talked about life purpose. So your natural gifts without rejecting them, not shying away from them. You have magnificent power available to you, and Jaguar wants to show you that. So it is definitely the medicine of the greatest shaman, the jaguar. And if you don't have coca, that's fine. That's fine. You can call in the energies, you can invoke the energies of coca, and it will work just as well because we are connected to all living things. And the magical stone that I get this month is Dambarite. Dambarite, connected to the crown, connected to the ethers, another very spiritual stone. And it helps us to receive the light, to be very receptive. And the message here from the Oversoul is to really remind us of the possibilities, the endless possibilities that we have at our disposal. It expands our crown. It really connects us to our divine purpose. It helps us to receive higher light and spread the light through the entire being. It helps us to experience unity consciousness. It awakens our consciousness where all parts of our being are held in complete unity. So really, really beautiful, really spiritual. September is so powerful shamanic month, I would have to say. And you're going to learn a lot by really taking the time to go into your space, your sacred space, and connecting and receiving. So I hope that this was really resonant for you. If some of it isn't, that's fine. But this is what I received, and I know that with the powerful eclipse, we're going to be shedding so much, right? As we normally do, because when these eclipses come out, it's eclipsing out what no longer serves us. And when we're going through lunar eclipses, it's really about solar activities and what we can do with that fiery energy and burning away what doesn't serve us, so we can recognize our purpose, we can recognize our deepest potential, we can have this imagination where we can start coming up with things that we can manifest, right? It's going to connect us to our guides, right? It's going to connect us to our higher mind, connected to the divine mind. So I hope that you have a powerful September. And if you are looking to work with someone who can help you to connect with your team, your higher self, all in a very direct way, I am here, theparanormalpriestess.com, and I can help you to transform in ways that maybe you haven't thought of, or maybe you have missed certain areas. We can go deep, we can go broad, we can do a reading, we can do light language, and the light language healings are done in a very shamanic, very unique way. I am here to really provide anything that you really need for your spiritual journey. So, theparanormalpriestess.com. Thank you so much for listening. And remember, from the heart of the darkness is born the light. Brightest blessings, and take care. I'll talk to you all soon. Bye-bye.